Hello everybody, Jamie here from the Classic Games team. This is our devlog series on Orbital, an outer space endless survival arcade game that we are making. So the first video here, we're going to be showing the development of the transitions between scenes. Really focusing on how we made that extra juicy, how we kind of removed that barrier and kept it on theme with the game itself. As you can see, originally there wasn't a transition between the menu and the game scene. The player was simply thrown into the game without a moment to prepare or get themselves sorted and ready for the onslaught. This created a very, very harsh snap between these here scenes, and it made the game feel quite empty and not thematic and not what the energy of Orbital is supposed to be. We had these here transitions as well, going from the tutorial and different menus, and it just wasn't very smooth. It felt rushed. It didn't really have a clear distinction between the main scene and the game itself. So we knew we needed to have a thematic transition from scene to scene to get the player ready for that intense gameplay. So our first iteration of this transitional scene was, the idea was doors, a sci-fi door coming down through the HUD of the player and opening up into the battleground, the orbit with the black hole in the center. So this worked quite well, without a doubt. It was definitely an improvement on the previous lack of transition, and it did create that barrier between the scenes, which was really good. But it still felt very low quality. The door itself, the graphic, is a little bit too detailed, but not cleanly detailed. It done the job, but we knew we needed to increase the quality of this graphic, because quite honestly, the door it just looked bad, and sometimes the transition didn't really play properly. There was no juice. The audio wasn't the best, but we knew that we had an improvement of having that transitionary scene. It gave a feeling of suspense, and it did prepare the player for jumping into the game. So our final iteration and the current state of the transition is what you're seeing now. Once the transition's been made, all that was left was just making it feel and look good. We updated the look of the door to be a little bit more geometrical in its complementing each other, and they fit nice and snug together with much higher resolution image. I bet you can't count the pixels on this one. The improved look also fixed an issue with the laser that we had, the energy laser that ran along the seam of the door. Because of this here, design was a bit more simpler, it allowed us to be a bit more specific with that path for the laser itself, and it just added that extra layer of juice. The door is also always played. There was a couple of bugs that we had to fix in the timing because the scene was loading in the background, and we've sorted all of those issues. So whenever you jump into the mission, the doors instantly come down and transition into the main scene very, very smoothly. So thank you very much for taking a look and being interested in what we're getting up to at the Classic Games team. We're going to be trying to do more of these videos to give you a little bit more insight into how we achieve different things from a technical perspective and a gameplay perspective. So if you're interested in this type of video, stay tuned. We've got more coming out really soon.